it.
Yeah. This is DJ Dudley Laundry, the game.
Woo! And Reese,
Not Reese the Great?
not Reese the Great. We'll save that for another time.
Oh, my gosh. We inside the spin cycle with yours truly. And I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way. Today, we're going to talk about Facebook groups, everything wedding. Facebook groups, everything wedding.
That sounded pretty, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Do it again. Do it again.
It needs to sound like this.
And you know why it needs to sound like that? Because 9 times out of 10, this is what happens on everything wedding. Somebody comes up and it says, yes, anonymous, I'm looking for a DJ on this date.
They don't even say that.
What does it say? Say it to me. Do what it do.
Hey, I need recommendations for a
DJ.
One of the three things. Budget friendly,
One of the three.
budget friendly, affordable, doesn't cost an arm and a leg, or reasonably priced DJ.
Yes.
That's all they say.
Go.
And they don't mention
Date.
venue.
How long? How many
I
guests?
don't really care about all that stuff. I just want to know when.
All right.
Because everything depends on the date. Because what's going to happen, as soon as you post that,
Yeah.
every DJ between here and Timbuktu is going to be like, hey, so-and-so, this is my website. Hey, here's my phone number. Give me a...
So you said something right there. Do you think, and this is just being real, and I want your honest to God opinion on this. Do you think DJs should refer themselves or tag themselves on those comments?
Hell no. I think it looks cheap.
Reese, why? Reese, why do you not want the DJ to
think
tag himself?
It's asking for recommendations. It's not saying I need DJ sound off. All the DJs sound off. I'm asking for somebody to recommend a DJ.
So you don't think the DJ should comment and be like, hey, man, I'm a DJ. No?
Well, there's two ways to look at it.
All right.
Either don't do it, or if you are going to do it, just, be cool about it. Just say, hey.
Don't look desperate.
Don't just drop your website. We possibly could be available if you would let us know when your date is.
So don't go in there and just make like 10 comments or 10 posts on the thread and post a bunch of pictures of your setups or whatever.
Here's 14 pictures of our premium.
Yeah, that's our latest stuff.
Our premium package. Or, hey, we would love to celebrate your big day with you. We are a premium 5-star DJ service out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and have over 4,000 songs just in our
Reese, tell me how you really
ceremony
feel.
library alone. And we have 2 million songs on our hard drive.
So let me get this right. You really don't think the DJ should be saying anything. You think it should just be referrals from past guests or other vendors or something.
I don't think you should tag yourself.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you. Only because we're friends, one. But then two, me personally, I don't. I just don't. So I think if I'm not going to do it, I think other DJs shouldn't do it because it looks kind of cheesy. That's what I'm looking at. It's like, okay, this person hasn't put a price on there. They has already set off a bunch of words that you really didn't like anyway. Mm-hmm. So now they're looking to get the cheapest price they can possibly get. That's what they're really trying to get without saying it. Because I just don't know how they're going to. I've had brides literally, and I'm saying this to you. I've had brides literally said, I made the post and I had to take it down because all the comments I got in it.
It never ends.
It was too much.
It's like opening.
It overwhelmed them.
It's just like open the floodgates.
Yeah, it overwhelmed them.
And I'm looking at the comments going, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Don't know you. You're really not that good. You're pretty good.
So do you think
I'm like, and everybody has this high regard for themselves.
Yeah. Every DJ got an ego, man.
Everybody, we all do.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Every DJ got an ego.
You know.
Do you think the couples go through and look at the other threads, other posts to see if you don't think they go through and be like, well, let me look at this last one and see they asked for a DJ and see what the people's posted and look for another comment.
No.
You don't think they do that?
If they did, they wouldn't have to post it.
Dang, that's a good point.
If I'm looking for, if I go to, here's
a tip. Think about
Here's a tip. If you're in a Facebook group, before you ask a question, go to the search thing and type in what you're looking for, and you'll see all the posts.
You can do that? No, for real. Like, for real. You can do that?
Any Facebook group.
I did not know that. You can really do that. You can type in what you want to look for and see it.
Name a Facebook group you're in. Ape Labs.
Ape Labs, yes.
Okay. Ape Labs is lighting.
All right.
That's what we use.
I'm finna look because I don't believe you right now.
Let's
I
say
did not
you
know
want
about
to
this.
look at a post about the new stands for the ApeLab sticks.
All right, where do I go?
Instead of writing in there, hey, where do I get the new stands for the ApeLab sticks? You can go to the search bar and just type in stands for ApeLab sticks. And any post that has that question in it is going to pop up.
Are you serious? All right, I'm finna look right now because I did not know this. You did not. I didn't know something. Well, son of a gun, you are right.
We do have that on film. Duddy did not know something.
I did not. Every one off. It happens, people. Every one off. But the great one is, you know what I'm saying? Wow, you are right. Did not know. All you had to do is type it in the search engine.
Now go to Everything Wedding.
All right.
Type in wedding DJ.
I'm not.
Or Wedding Connections or Chattanooga Connections. Any of those groups. Just pick something.
All right.
Just find a group you're in and go to the search bar, ask a question, and it's going to pop up things people have asked for,
All right.
or something that has that that search term in it, whatever term you're using. So, but yeah, if you're looking for a DJ and you don't want to have all those comments and DMs, and that's another thing, DJs. If you have someone looking for a DJ and they say, "I'm looking for a DJ for a wedding," don't DM that girl. She does not want you in her DMs, and her fiance probably don't want you in her DMs either.
Hold on now. When I first started,
You did that.
I did that. I did that a couple times. It didn't work, but I did it.
They ain't gonna answer it because here's what happens: if you're not friends and you send me a message on Messenger, it's gonna go into that one little category. I'm probably not gonna see it. It's gonna say,
I've done that. That was when I first started.
It's gonna go into message request. Well, unless you go in there and look for them and see all the spam, you're not even gonna know they sent it to you anyway.
Wow.
And if they do accept it, now they're going to become friends with you, and they don't want that. They don't want to be your friend. They don't know you.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I done it when I first started. I'm not gonna lie to you. I done like
that's two things that Duddy didn't know.
I didn't know. I was just trying to get my book of business up, and I was like, hey, let me go ahead and respond to some people on Instagram.
I guess I'm the Facebook guru.
Yeah, I didn't know these things.
But anyway, so tips. If you're going to ask for a DJ, put in there, hey, I'm getting married on October 10th. I'm looking for a DJ. We have a venue. It's called Howe Farms. Well, you just qualified this many DJs and you disqualified this many DJs because that way, if they tag me.
What do you mean you disqualified DJs? Hold on now.
Because they may not be available. You put a date.
Yeah,
hey,
you put a date. Yeah.
somebody says, hey, Reese Varnell is a great DJ. I can say, hey, October 10th, I'm not available, but thank you for posting. It just weeds out. It weeds out all that.
But then my question is this then. If that's the case, why even go to the Facebook when 9 times out of 10 you go to the venue and you ask them and they're going to tell you who's on their preferred list?
Because they probably already checked you out and they know kind of what your price range is, and they know they're not going to call you. Or they've asked him, hey, what kind of price range is he in? Oh, he's 25 to 3. I need somebody around $600.
What? But I just booked the venue. I don't understand what you're saying right now.
Well, the venue.
You just booked a venue that
Okay.
costs a lot of money, and you want to put. Let me get this right. Hold on. Let me get this right. I'm trying to understand what you're saying right now.
Right.
Let me get this right.
Now
I just bought a Ferrari
Yep.
at the store.
Yeah.
Bought a Ferrari. But anybody at the store because you can't go buy a Ferrari at the store. I went online or wherever I get a Ferrari. Matter of fact, change it. Not Ferrari. What's a decent car you can get? I bought a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon.
Okay.
I'm going to take my Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon to the Jiffy Lube to get an oil change. That's what you're telling me right now.
And discount tire for some new thread.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's called Venue Pour. They got a $25,000 budget. They spent half of it on the venue. They don't have enough to spread to all the other vendors, so they cheapen on everything else. So what happens is you got this big, beautiful venue, and then you can't furnish it because it's going to cost you $5,000 in floors. It's going to cost you $3,000 for a DJ. It's going to cost you another $2,500 for a coordinator. It's going to cost you this. Next thing you know, you're way off budget. Your food, well, I only want to spend $20 a plate. Well, you ain't going to get very much. Yeah, but I'm having 250 people. Well, why don't you go 100 people and spend $40 a plate and everybody can eat nice?
Yeah. It's 200 people. I don't even know 200 people, Reese.
It's about balance.
And I'm popular.
Well, some people invite like they invite the
I don't
congregation.
throw that in there. I'm popular. I don't throw it.
You know, I gotta get everybody in my Sunday school class. I gotta get all my teachers. I gotta get my work buddies. I gotta get. Some people don't, and that's a whole nother episode.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that one.
That's
Believe
a whole
me.
nother episode about who did invite for your wedding. So, but yeah, venue poor. So they'll take their money and they'll spend it all on the venue. But it all should be about percentages. So if you have a $30,000 budget,
But don't you think the venue should get like a chunk of the money? I'm just saying. This is my opinion because the venue is the place where we have to be.
what is?
Yeah.
It's probably the chunk,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. The chunk more than.
but it shouldn't be 50%. It should be about 35%.
So you trying to say they should pick the venue accordingly to their budget?
According to the budget.
Gotcha. All right, I'm saying.
Just because you got $25,000 don't mean you can go book a $15,000 venue.
Yeah, I see
So
what
now
you're saying.
you only got 10 left. You're not going to get a lot for 10.
Yeah.
So let's say you had a $30,000 budget and you only spent 10 on the venue. Well, now you got
Makes
20
sense.
to spend on all your other things. You can doll that venue up. Get a good DJ. Get some good food.
Get a photographer.
Get a great photographer. But if you spend $20,000 on your venue and you only got a $30,000 budget, you're going to have to go to Facebook to find everything else because you're not going to be able to afford the vendors that are equal quality to that venue.
And we talked about this before in a prior episode where we talked about just the couples interviewing the vendors they think work for a wedding and just mosh poshing people together.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you're getting because this is not what you do for a living and you didn't take anybody's advice. And now you have a crew of people that, you know what I'm saying? And then
I've had tons of people call me about certain venues, and I'm thinking, ooh, you booked that venue? Okay, this is going to be a bougie-ass wedding.
Yeah.
Find out they had tacos, they had mason jars with baby's breath in it, and they had a photo sheet, take your own picture. I mean, they DIY'd everything because they spent all their money on the venue, you know?
interested.
But I tell you what they did do. They hired me, so the entertainment was good.
But then they're the coordinator or no?
Sometimes,
Yeah, this is where they go with this.
sometimes, yes.
Oh, they had the friend of the family.
But they told me, they go, we're putting our money in the venue and entertainment. We're going to DIY all this other stuff.
That's not bad though. I can
Now,
rock with that.
So if you know ahead of time, that's okay. But don't call me and ask me, what do you mean I'm looking for a $600 DJ because we booked the Woodlands and I only have $1,000 left and I got to get a DJ and a photo booth.
Why you need a photo booth if you had $1,000?
To get a photo with a DJ and a photo booth?
Yeah, why didn't he have a photo booth? Get it.
I'm just telling you, these are the kind of calls you get.
Interesting.
But going back to what we're talking about, posting and looking for things.
So you think they should be way more specific when it comes to making those posts? Then, in other words, I'm gonna make sure I get this right. You want them to be way more specific.
Well, they don't do it for DJs only. They do it for venues. I'm looking for a venue in Chattanooga for our wedding. What?
I mean, there's only but so much. You know what I'm saying? I seen this one though. I've seen this one where they put on there and they say, "Hey, this is my budget. I need a DJ that's $400. That's how much it is. Period." And then you look down, and at the end of the day, it's 90 comments from people like, "I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it."
They never ending. You're like, where are y'all coming from?
But how does she pick then? Like, I'm just saying, that is overwhelming. And then that's the same ones later down the line, right before the wedding. Oh, my DJ canceled. Oh, we can't get in touch with the DJ. Oh, something happened and he has to go to work and he has to work overtime, so we can't get our DJ now. Oh, the photographer disappeared. Oh, the photographer can't get in touch with. Oh.
Yep. And then they call us looking for availability. The phone calls, they're for about a month. Every week, it was a phone call from somebody looking for a DJ because they either A, can't get a hold of the DJ, or the DJ canceled.
Wasn't there some DJ recently that was doing that out in Knoxville?
Well, they were taking deposits, and then they weren't calling them back. And
Was he showing up at least, or he was
No,
just
he
no?
didn't show up.
So you trying to tell me there was a DJ that was taking deposits? I bet you this DJ didn't even have a DJ page with no nothing. He was nothing.
He had a DJ page, but he didn't have nothing to post about no DJing.
Wow. And they still booked him because what? He was cheap,
Probably.
and then now he wasn't showing up. He wasn't returning calls or anything. So
who knows if it was even his real name?
my question is, I understand everybody thinks, okay, we can do this, we get it cheap, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Somebody started somewhere. And I can say that at some point I was very, very cheap because I started at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I wasn't great at that point. I wasn't good or whatever, blah. But
You showed
not
up.
all cheap DJs are bad, though, Reese.
No, didn't say that.
I'm trying to make sure I dissect this for the audience.
But
not all cheap DJs are bad. Not all bad DJs are cheap.
right, but I think the less that they charge, the I see how I don't
Yeah, what if they just like
phrase
the
this,
experience?
the more chances that you're going to have an issue.
What? So you're trying to say? I want to make sure I understand what you're saying right here. You're trying to say when you were a little bit cheaper that you were not experienced enough and you would have issues. I want to make sure we're on the same page here.
My quality was nowhere where it is today, but
Okay, I can rock with that.
the qualities that I did have, I showed up, I communicated, I played their songs.
It wasn't the best, but he played his own.
It wasn't the best. I didn't know anything really about wedding stuff other than make the announcement. When they tell you it's time to cut the cake, you make the announcement, you play the song, and then you play other songs. And that's just how I started. Now, I didn't bail on them. I didn't call in sick. I was dependable and I was reliable.
Yeah.
Those two things I can guarantee you that happened. Now, was I the best DJ? No. Did I know how to run a reception? No. And one of the things that we didn't have 10 years ago was all these fantastic coordinators and planners.
Yeah.
So you pretty much just had to go off what the bride said. Hey, we're going to go do our first dance now. Okay, great. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, our first dance, our bride and groom. I didn't know their name, call them by their names or anything, and all those little personal details. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just made the announcement, played their song, and I did my thing.
Wow.
But I was there. I was conscious about I tried to be neat and clean and do a good job. Was I best DJ? Hell no. But, I mean, I did the best I could. And I was honest. I said, hey, look, I'm pretty new, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'll play what kind of music you like, and I'll have fun with you guys. I'll rock it with you. Let's do this. I charged them like $400. I said, now, this is just, I'm not going to overcharge you because I feel like I'm still learning.
All right. So I'm glad you bring this up. So now we said $400. Now answer this. With this everything, wedding groups and all this stuff. What is realistically right now in today's environment? Everything's went up. Everything from
Right.
gas to food to travel to everything has went up. What is a realistic expectation for somebody on everything wedding or whatever with these groups when they come out and say, hey, we need a DJ for your wedding? Do you think $400 is a reasonable price? $500, $600?
No.
What do you think is a good starting price for somebody? For somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying? Look, you're doing your wedding. I want somebody competent, reliable, dependable. What's a starting price for somebody that you should say, hey, you can find somebody decent in that price range that you're not going to have to sweat, cry some tears, hit your head over the head with a bucket, something like that.
Decent?
Decent. They don't have to be great. They don't have to be good. They don't have to be the best. Just decent. They can get the job done. Do your stuff. No worries.
No worries?
No worries. And you're just like, okay, well, hey,
See
we got
that?
the job done.
$800 to $1,000.
All right. So $400. If somebody's taking $400 right now, is that bad?
They're just after gas money. They're not concerned about your event, and they're not concerned about making a profit. They're just trying to pay. They're just trying to pay rent. I'm telling you, because after doing business plans and knowing what things cost, my expenses a year, my expenses are more than a lot of people make gross.
What if the person's like 17 years old? Isn't that's like great money for 17-year-old?
Really, is it though? How much does a controller and a laptop cost?
Well, we know what it costs. I'm just saying he's looking at it like, oh, $400. Yay.
Yeah, but you got $5,000 tied up in stuff.
Well, do most DJs have $5,000 of stuff? Think about it.
How much is a laptop?
I mean, what are they using
$1,000?
like a Celeron laptop? Like $200
Okay. You guess it has some
They're
speakers.
using their school notebook.
You gotta have some. Oh yeah, you use the schools.
Yeah, the school notebook.
I mean, you could probably start out with a cheap laptop if you use like a premium Spotify or something.
Some Best
and
Buy
you got-
speakers.
You got some Guitar Center Harbingers.
Yeah.
and some mics that are going to cut out
You
on
can
you.
pull it off.
You can pull it out for $1,500, $2,000.
Now again, don't get this wrong. We're not knocking nobody, but
No, we're
we're
not
just
knocking.
saying at the end of the day, you pretty much get what you pay for when you put that out there. And most of the feedback I've ever gotten from couples or brides when they put those posts up is that they got overwhelmed. They didn't get overwhelmed because they got coordinators or venue owners commenting, chiming in, or even past brides or past couples. They get actual like vendors, like DJs or photographers saying, I'll do it for this, I'll do it for this, I'll do it for this. I'm the best at this, I'm this. And that, to me, comes off really, 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 really cheesy. That's just my opinion.
See, when you get in these groups, you got to figure out who else is in there. Okay? You think married couples are still in them groups? They still ain't in them groups.
Oh, no. But the mom might be, but the group,
That couple ain't in there.
You think the couples leave after they get their wedding?
Heck yeah, unless they got something to sell.
That's a good point.
I would. If I got married and I keep seeing everything wedding stuff popping up on my screen, I'm out. I'm sorry.
You got a good point right there.
I'm out. So really get
Because that's like groups that we in. If we not doing the stuff that they're doing,
how many DJ groups are you in right now? You're like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Get out.
I get what
Just
you're
get
saying.
out. You know, I don't have that stuff on my page. If I'm in a group that says great DJ setups, and every time I see a post, it's the same old crap, guess what? I don't want to be in the group. I don't want to be in there.
So the floor is yours right now. What kind of advice would you give? Let's start with the vendors in response to some of these inquiries for solicitation of a DJ or a videographer, or photographer. What kind of advice do you got for vendors for replying to these? And I want your advice.
Okay, my advice.
Yes.
As a vendor,
Yes.
'Cause I wanna
and then
do-
I'm gonna give it as a client. So
I'm going
vendor
to do it
first.
as a client
Yes.
and a vendor.
So
as,
vendor first.
As a vendor, I'm a DJ. Facebook post, looking for a DJ. A lot of times, I'll say, hey, here's our website, but it would be great to know when and where your wedding is.
Yeah.
At least it lets them know that you need more information,
All right.
and you're not looking like a creep.
Gotcha.
That's how I would do it.
All right. But what's the advice?
Just keep it simple. Just put your website or maybe your social. If most of your content is on Instagram, say
Your social. You mean social security?
no, like socials, like Facebook,
Oh.
Instagram.
Social media. Okay.
So let's
I'm
say
gonna take the Social Security.
let's say I didn't have a really good website, but I have a really dope Instagram. I'll be like, hey, here's our Instagram, but it would be really, really great if we knew when the date was so we could tell you if we were available. Keep it nice and professional. Don't put your phone number in there because they ain't going to call you. And if you get a phone number, hey, so-and-so's calling, you're not going to answer it, not with all the robocalls. You know what I mean? Don't DM the brides. Just look professional.
Yeah.
If you're going to recommend yourself. As a DJ, if you're going to comment on a post in a wedding group, somebody looking for a DJ, keep it simple. Just put your Instagram, put your website. Hey, we'd love to know when and where the wedding is before, to help us to let you know if we're available.
What about as a client?
As a client, stop putting generic posts out there. You're just asking for the sharks to come out of the water. And they will come from everywhere. They will blast your DMs. They will blast your comment section. Everybody will tag everybody. You won't be able to decipher out anything. So what I would do as a client, I would post, hey, I'm looking for a DJ for my wedding. Here's my wedding date. If you have the venue, here's where we're getting married. Love to hear some recommendations. Leave it like that. And then what I would look for red flags. Somebody tries to DM you, they're done. If they put their phone number, hey, give me a call. I'd love to do your wedding. The ones that really want your business will give you the information to connect with you. A website, Instagram, something like that.
Yeah.
Keep it like that. That's the main thing. The more info that you give, the more filtering that you're going to have, because the DJs that are actually available, if they do get tagged, can look at the post and go, hey, we are available. Thank you for tagging me. Here's our website.
Done.
Not, hey, we are the DJ company for so-and-so entertainment. We've been DJing. We have 35 years of combined experience. We love to. Nobody talks like that. Do you talk like that?
No.
No, you say, hey, what's up? I'd love to talk to you. Here's our website. Call me if you're interested. If you're not, they ain't going to call.
But maybe they just don't know any better when they make those comments. But I'm just going to assume on the side of they just don't know any better because they don't realize maybe how cheesy it sounds or how silly it looks. Or does anybody even take that stuff seriously?
I got another one. If your budget is $600, put it in the post.
Trust me, you'll alleviate a lot of stuff doing that.
You'll actually probably get more comments than you would if you said $1,500. But if your budget is only $600, just be prepared for what you're going to get. But what else I'll do this, if you say, hey, look, looking for a DJ, here's my wedding date, I have a venue, and my budget is $1,000 to $1,200. But yeah, just keep it simple and concise.
My one thing is I don't like when they say, and this is my only pet peeve, is when I read the post and it says, I'm looking for the best DJ in the area. My wedding's coming up. This is the date. Boom. Go. So everybody's posting who's the best in their opinion. And everybody's saying they're the best, they're the best, they're the best, they're the best. But then when they look and they say, okay, it is the best, they're not really looking for the best.
No.
You know what they're really looking for, but they're just saying the best.
You know, I very rarely have I seen somebody post the kind of DJ they want.
That's a good point.
Hey, look, I'm looking for a super hype, on the floor, teaching line dances DJ. I mean, somebody that can rock my crowd because I'm afraid if I don't, I'm not going to have any dancers. Okay. Or, hey, I need a super kind of laid back, chill DJ. I want to have some good dancing, but it's going to be a lot of older people, and I just want some good, fun, family fun music. Well, that kind of lets you know what they're looking for. Yeah. Be a little more, put some info out there.
Yeah. Drop us something. Jeez.
And the final piece of advice, if you're looking for a DJ or a photographer or anybody in a Facebook group, my number one advice is don't hire anybody out of that group until you consult with your venue owner, photographer,
somebody else,
coordinator, caterer. Ask questions. Hey, I was looking in the Facebook group and I got like 6 DJs I was thinking about calling for my wedding. Do you know any of these guys?
Yeah, they ain't got to say nothing bad because nobody's. I'm not encouraging anybody to say anything bad about other vendors.
No,
but just you can tell somebody whether or not.
But just say, hey, would you recommend any of these guys? Because I don't know any of them.
Yeah, don't say nothing bad. Just would you recommend them?
Just say, oh, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. Well, he's okay. Yeah, they do a good job. Yeah, whatever. Get recommendations. Don't just go off of what somebody tells you.
And we've discussed this in another episode. It's all about the network.
It's all about the network.
It's all about the network.
Because if you are good, but people don't like working with you, they'll let them know. Well, he's pretty good, but yeah, he's kind of an asshole. They might not really say it, but you can see it in their face.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so
the things that get said around here.
Definitely get recommendations. Don't rely on somebody telling you that they're a professional DJ and then all this stuff. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Most of our business is either A, somebody that's seen us, B, somebody that's recommended us because they saw us, or somebody that we network with that's consistently sees us out working. That's how you get your recommendations. You can't just get it from an ad or a PM Cent. PM Cent. That's the worst thing you could do, people.
And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, you're inside the spin cycle. DJ Dudley Laundry, the game. Reese Varnell,
the producer extraordinaire.
Check us out, baby.
Let's go. Boom.
You're not going to say like and subscribe. You're not going to say none of the stuff you're supposed to say.
Crap. I didn't say that, did I? You gave me the wrong cue. Hold on. Let me go back. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure you hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment. And if you have any tips on posting in Facebook groups, give us a shout.
Yeah.
With that, we gone.
We out.